I'm here with veteran empowerment speaker, life coach, author, podcaster, and television host of newest cooking show, Pele. Pele, can you tell viewers who you are and where you're from?
Oh, yes. Well, before I do that, I just want to say, Father God, thank you. I always give him the honor, praise, and glory because, I always say, if it weren't for his love, mercy, and grace, I wouldn't be here today. And I
Period.
want to for having me here on your show. And so my name is Pele Hunkin. I am from the beautiful island of Samoa, and I go by Pele for short, which means sweetheart. And that I am. I am the author of Heart of a Warrior, The Humble Journey of a Samoan Warrior. And I have co-authored 8 other anthologies, and I'm just grateful to what God is doing in my life. I am a mother of 4 loving and beautiful children, Nicole, Dean Jr., Victoria, and Isabella. And my fur baby, Debo, I can't forget about my fur baby. And oh, yes, I'm a vessel of love and positivity. Yes, I retired. I served 19 years in the Army. And I am the child of God, and I am here, want to be a blessing to others. And that's what I love to do. I love to be a blessing.
Okay. So, when did you, well, first of all, overcoming hardship to becoming life coach, mentoring with the amazing Les Brown? How did you do that?
Oh, yes. Well, this is our second episode, right? And so
Right.
I just say talofa to all the amazing audience. And so talofa is hello in my Samoan language. So, yes, I started when I spoke with you, then I just became a certified motivational speaker of the one and only Les Brown. And so after that, I was a part of, I became a writer, right? And now that I am, and I love to write. So this journey right here, how did I do it? Oh my gosh, I can honestly say it took me to go through a divorce for me to find who Pele is, um, to love on Pele, and to just dive in and just be authentic with my journey. And that was in 2020. So September 1st, 2020 was when I became a mentee of Les Brown. And then was I started December was when I started all the writing and stuff. And so now I just can't believe it. Like I was, I challenged myself to be in a 90-day book challenge to where I was able to write the manuscript, but I didn't press the button until a year later because I always believe it wasn't on my time. It's God's timing. As I was a publisher. When God is ready to release my book, it'll be released. So that's how I was able to do it. It was the determination, it was the commitment, it was the everything to myself when I was able to find out who Pele really is and find my God-given purpose, and accepting God's calling in my life.
Right.
you know I took that baton and I am running with it. And so, that's how I got to where I am today. It was all, God's love, mercy, and grace. And I believe I was in the center of that storm. And so, I'm grateful for all those storms of life. And I can say that I'm very grateful to everything that I have been through because it molded me to who I am today. And it gave me the strength, to write this book. It gave me the courage. It gave me the power. And it just, made me feel that I need to, I have that tenacity for life, you
Mhm.
know, to be where I am today. So that's that. It took all that.
Okay, and a bag of chips. So I have one phrase that should be familiar to you. What does living full and dying empty mean to you 2 years later from our original Power Talk?
Oh man, you're giving me the chills and I'm in tears. So,
Oh, don't you do it again, girl. Now.
so with me, that is how I'm living my life right now. I'm living it to the fullest, and what I mean by that, I am pouring everything that's within me. I'm pouring out my love. I'm pouring out my help. I'm pouring, whoever needs me, I am here. And that's why I love to inspire, empower, and place a positive impact in people's life. And so if I were to die, I know I would be dying empty, knowing that I loved, I gave up all my love. I gave up all the knowledge, everything, the talents, the skills, the tools, everything that God has blessed me with, that I was able, to bless other people, to where I know for a fact that I will be leaving that legacy, the legacy of love, the legacy of kindness, the legacy of courage. And so that's what, living full and dying empty is for me. And just, I encourage everyone. That's why I came up with the 2 words that I live by daily, is to live and love. Live the life you love and love the life you live. Those are the 2 words I live by daily. And yes, that phrase, yes, that was from our first episode.
I love it. So you also did a podcast called Two Widows in a Truck. Tell us about that.
Gosh, girl, you notes. So the 2 widows in a truck, it was me and sister Yashika. So Yashika was the reason why I started on this journey. She introduced me to Les Brown when I was going, through some rough times in life. And so she brought me on to the Les Brown, and we did not know that, hey, we both have 3 children. We both, are widows. And the crazy thing about it, her husband passed on July 19, and my husband passed on July 22nd. And so she laid her husband to rest on July 27th, and I laid mine on July 29th. It was crazy.
Oh, so it has purpose.
Yes.
The journey has purpose.
2 widows in a truck. We came up with that name as we just took off one day. It was my first time to really celebrating Dean's birthday, celebrating his life. And so I said, you know what, it was his anniversary. I think it was his 10th or his 15th anniversary, I think. So Yashika took me out to lunch. We celebrated Dean's life. And so that was my first time to really, say, hey, not only I'm celebrating Dean's life, I'm going to celebrate me too. And I'm grateful to Yashika for that. And so from there, we left from the restaurant. This was crazy. We left straight from the restaurant. We got in the truck and we drove. We didn't know where we were going. We just rode out to Charleston. Mm-hmm. And we came, as we were on the road, that's what we came up with, 2 widows in the truck. And we just wanted to, to be a blessing to other widows, to, or to anyone who's going through a hard time in life, and to let them know that, hey, it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Right. For people to realize that they have everything within them, to bounce back from what life is throwing at them. And I always believe that it's not how we respond, but it's how we handle it, and when we learn to handle everything with God's grace, love, and mercy, that everything is going to be, a smooth sail.
So finding your soul amid the storm, how was that experience?
What was that?
Finding your soul amid the storm.
Oh, yes, man. Look, you're just giving me. Yeah. So, it was very hard for me at the time when I was going through a separation and then going through a divorce. And to be transparent and authentic with my journey, alcohol was like my very best friend. I was drinking until, I numb myself so I can sleep and not even think, about what I was going through. But then I wake up the next morning, I'm like, man, my problem is still here.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
When I realized that, hey, you have so much to offer, you have a powerful story, that someone else can heal from it. And so that's what inspired me, to write my book, to tell my story, to share God's glory. But when I was finding myself, it was the most right now where I'm at with finding me, with loving me. It is the most beautiful thing, and it is the greatest gift of all that I have ever gifted myself with, is self-love. And I did a live last night on self-love, and I shared, what I have, the tips I use to, to get to where I am today. And so, yeah, that's how I got to, you know, um, my faith in God, my unwavering faith in God. But the first thing I had always done was allowing Him to be the cornerstone of my life and in all that I do. And that's just how I got to where I am today. And so when I was going through, my divorce at the time, I thought I was at my worst. But honey, where I am right now, I can honestly say that I was really and truly at my best. And, everybody can speak on their divorce different, but me speaking about it, I believe that it was a true blessing, to my life. And I'm grateful, because if my ex never walked out of my life, I never got to find who I really am. I never got to love me, and everything, because I was too busy loving him, the kids, and, everybody else. And I just, neglect me. So I had to ask myself, I had to, not to ask, I had to forgive myself for neglecting. And that was, and forgive him, forgive us. That was the most powerful thing I did, was the power of forgiveness. And, that's what really helped me to find me and to love on me. And so today, I am blessed to say that today's my day 415 of no alcohol, no soda, and just loving on Pele more than I ever had, in my life.
Congratulations. Woo woo. Okay. You doing the bomb, okay? You doing it, girl. So speaking of powerful words, because words do have power, we talked about this the other day or last week. The magical word no, boundaries, and balance. Tell us.
Yes. And so setting boundaries, where I am, like with my journey, I've wanted to, to help people. It's like it was hard for me to say no, right? Like I was always that yes person, yes, and I just never want to say no.
Right.
But I'm so grateful with the journey that, I'm on right now. And I am grateful to the people, because I didn't get here by myself. Yes, with the help of God, but I just had some amazing people in my life, to include you, inspired me and empowered me to know that, hey, no is a no. No is a full sentence. No has a big old dotted bold caps, period. I've learned, to be okay with, with when I say no, and I know in my heart that, hey, this is not aligned with me, I'm okay with it. And I've learned that when people, show you who they are, just believe them. And I'm okay with, people when I tell you I've lost, some friends, I've lost some family members, not my loss, that's their loss.
Right, that's right.
My spiritual mama said to me, you have been removed from, some of the groups and stuff that you were in, because they can't handle God's anointing on your life.
That's right.
And so, I love me, and so I've learned to say that I do not care what people say, what people think about me, because they have that right. That's their opinion. They can think about all that, but do I care? No. Why? Because I know who I am, and I know who God says I am. So I just encourage everyone to, hey, believe in yourself, no matter what people say, no matter what people do to you. When you believe in who you are, and when you know who you are, that is your superpower, knowing who you are. And so you are who you say you are, and you are who God says you are. And so, yeah, setting that boundaries, it's a beautiful thing. Be okay, when you're not being invited. Be okay when you're not included so what? It's not meant for you to be there. And that's where I'm at in my life, the power, the power of peace. And I just tell people there is so much power in peace when you have a peace of mind, in your heart. And that's where I am in my life. And I'm grateful to God for everything that He has seen me and brought me through.
Amen. And then, it's interesting, like you said, either you're going to feel sadness losing people, or you're going to feel relieved, like a weight has been lifted. Yeah. Period. That's when that was God lifting that book bag off your back. So, and speaking of Warrior, tell us about the newest release, Heart of a Warrior. What served as inspiration for the book?
Yes. So, Heart of a Warrior, can I start off with the initial title of this was supposed to be Beautifully Broken, right? Mm-hmm. So from Beautifully Broken to Spirit of a Warrior. But as I was writing, as I was writing my book, and then I even had a dream, God placed in my heart that, hey, this book needs to be, the title needs to be Heart of a Warrior. And why? It's because it took a lot of heart for me to get to where I am today. It took a lot, for me to overcome all the challenges, all the trials and tribulations in life. It took a lot of heart. And encourage someone out there that you have a heart of a warrior. If you're going through something right now, just tell yourself, hey, I have the heart of a warrior to overcome all this. And so this book right here is going to help, it's already helping, people stepping into their greatness. It has helped people rebuild their life. It's helping those who have lost, a loved one healed. And so that's encourage everyone to tell your story. It's not, it's your story, but it's not your story, because I say that it's for my book. I wrote this was not for me. I wrote this because I want people to be healed from this book. I want them to know that if God did this for me, He can certainly do the same for you. I am a walking testimony of what God can do for anyone. So that's why The Heart of a Warrior is a powerful book. It's a book that, like I said, it's self-healing. It's going to make you step into that greatness. And I always tell people, when you do step in, just give yourself permission to step into your, and when you step into that greatness, just own that greatness, own it with confidence, own it with faith, own it with joy. But all in all, because I'm a vessel of love and positivity, own that greatness with lots of love.
Lots of love. Okay. Now, speaking of lots of love, see, you walked right into this one. You are still saying, I love you, Tawanda. You are my sister, even before I've met you face to face. Tell us about the need to be all-encompassing peace and love. And do you keep sage in your purse?
The what? No,
Sage.
I don't. I don't even have, I don't have one, on me. But see, love is something that has instilled in me all my life. And I'm so grateful to my mom and my grandma, especially. I always say that I owe my faith, I owe this journey, and I owe everything that I have to my parents and my grandparents, but mostly my mother and my grandmother, for raising me to be who I am today, And so, like I said, love, when we were growing up, honey, we are so loving, like love. You'd be like, man, is that, because that's what some of the people like, is that, who she really is? Her all the time. Yes. I love because I am love. I am love. I'm loved, and God is love. And so, with my mom especially, she always tells us, always say I love you. We don't hang up the phone without saying I love you. If we just go outside, and I've instilled that in my children as well. That one of my sister-in-law was like, man, you guys are the most loving I love you family I never, I heard in my life. Because even if you just go outside, when my children leave my bedroom or leave their sisters, my son stayed downstairs, it's a I love you thing. And so, I just encourage everyone to love on one another, to support one another, and just know that love. My mama always say, and it's in my book, that God's love is more powerful than human evilness. And so no matter what people do to you, just know that you are loved. If you don't think you're loved by anyone, just know that you are loved by me.
Okay. And she means that from the bottom of her heart. Even if I get a DM, you tell me you love me. Even if it's on my post, one thing I know about you is you're not ashamed to support other women. You're not ashamed to say I love you. Like, you mean the world to me. And that, in a sisterhood, like the sisterhood of traveling pants, is so important in the culture of women and empowerment. So speaking about empowerment and the magic, let's talk about the new cooking channel and tell us about the show. When did the inaugural launch kick off?
Oh, so the cooking show, I'm grateful to Yashika. She talked me into this show years ago, but when Cyrus Webb was in my journey, that's when he was like, to have the starting, this year, 2023, we got to move different. And so, to have a cooking show, once a month, and so leading up to, and he's helping me, with that, to leading up to launching of my cookbook. So the name of my cookbook, The Joy of Cooking with Love, and that's all with the graphics. And I'm grateful to my social media manager, May. She creates my graphics of The Joy of Cooking with Love. So that's the name of the cooking show, because that's the name of the cookbook that's going to launch in May. So
congratulations. Look at God. So, and how did you, like, with working with Cyrus, number one, what's the basis for the show? And I did mention not mention, but that was one of my questions. You had help with the fantastic radio show magazine editor Cyrus Webb. What dishes can viewers expect? So is it vegan? Like, what can we expect?
Okay, so for the cooking show, for my recipes is Samoan and American, and it's whatever is being cooked in Pele's kitchen. Okay. That's what's gonna go, in the cookbook. And so I'm having it in volumes. So I'm recipes, per volume, and then maybe when I get to, I'm talking with my publisher, Onyx Expression, with Dr. John and Dr. Angie Gray. I'm so grateful to them as well. And so maybe when I get to maybe 50 recipes or maybe 25, then I will have a hard copy, of that cookbook. But it's still, in the works. But so how Cyrus is helping me, he is the producer of my YouTube channel for the cooking show / the Pele Inspires show. So it's an all in one, inspiring, empowering, and placing a positive impact at the same time, cooking and just loving, and just inspiring.
Okay. So with the show, you said it's airing once a month on YouTube, but it's not going to be on a different channel. Like, what platforms can we see it on?
So right now we're just having it on Facebook and YouTube, for now, until further notice from Cyrus on where else we are going to air the cooking show of Pele Inspire, The Joy of Cooking with Love. So yeah, and so my cookbook is very unique because I don't have measurements, for my cooking, and I'm walking people into, I want to help people. Like, you don't really have to measure, because I say, hey, when you're good at what you do, you're just that good, right? Right. Help people, to have that confidence, because cooking is an art. Is you have to be passionate, and I love cooking. And I cook with a lot of love, and my kids said, they don't have no favorite recipes, because all my food is their favorite recipe, their favorite food. So I'm just excited of what God is doing in my life, and I'm excited to know that I get to, help, people who don't cook or don't want to cook. And I just want them to know that, for me, cooking is a therapy. It's like a stress, therapy. It gives me peace.
Right.
And that's with a lot of love, because I'm just passionate, with anything and all that I do, especially when it comes to cooking.
Okay. So what's the name of the show is Cooking with Love?
Yes, the joy of cooking with love.
The Joy of Cooking with Love. And it's on YouTube, and you're airing the show once a month. Which day?
Well, it should be. I would have to get back with Cyrus, because he transfers my live show that I do on Facebook
Mhm.
on YouTube, and I've only done 2 so far, and so I'm working. I'm excited about this working part of this journey. With the cookbook.
Okay. So what is your signature dish?
It's the chop suey.
Chop
We call.
suey.
I say that because it's everybody's favorite, and so when I say everybody's favorite, that's all everyone wants me to make. When I go to parties, or when they come to the house, they be like, "Hey, Miss Pele, you think you can make the chop suey?" I said, "Sure." "Hey, Miss Pele, when you come over, can you think the chop suey, can be on the menu for?" I said, "Okay, that's fine." And so California last week, my nephew wanted me to show him how to make the chop suey. And then I was at my cousin's house. We made the chop suey too. And then, now I'm here in Vegas, and my nephew said he wants to learn how to make the chop suey. So I'm going to do another show here.
For chop suey. Okay, I love it. So therefore, you're bringing different cuisines from a Samoan background, where we have other cuisines that's out there, but this is very unique and different. So
It is
yeah.
much.
So have you had reviews? Has anyone outside of your family tried the dishes yet?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh my God. So I was at a women's veteran event. And so I'm not going to say her name. I'm going to tell her, "Look, you need to check it out because I shared you." So she had leftover. And so she said, "Hey, Pele, is it okay? Can I have the rest?" I said, "Girl, go ahead and go." So just when I turned around, she had the pan like this.
Walking out
And
with a pan.
so I went and I tapped on her shoulder. I said, "Girl, where you think you're going with that pan?"
Yeah, girl, fix a bowl, okay? So, so
Oh, yes. And so it's so many people, so many of my friends and my families that love, everybody cooks it different, but I say, can't nobody outdo, what Pele cooks, because Pele cooks
okay.
with lots of love. And so that kitchen is seasoned with love. That food is seasoned with love. Ain't nothing but love up in that chop suey. We call it something.
Okay. So we're gonna see that chop suey on TikTok, okay?
Yes.
So my last and final question. I know you're excited. I have 2. What more can we expect? I know you kind of have a book slate this year, but you seem to be busy. So what more can we expect? And last question, where can viewers follow you? And stay tuned to your cooking channel.
Well, what to expect is, Pele is still a work in progress, just like anybody else. I'm a lifelong learner, and, I'm working hard on my cookbook right now. That is what my focus is right now. And, being a part of the ministry of Onyx Expression and Empowerment Matters is, what I love, doing right now. And so I'm just so grateful, to everything and to everyone. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been a part of my journey. Thank you, sis, for, always, being there to support. And, you always will have my support. And so for anyone to connect with me, look, DM me the word warrior so you can get a copy of this amazing book that will help you step into your greatness, rebuild your life, and heal your soul. And so PeleInspire.com, connect with me on Pele Hunkin and Pele Inspire on Facebook, and Pele Inspire on TikTok and Instagram. And always believe that you have the power and you have the courage to overcome any obstacles in life and to be inspired every time you need to be loving on the person that you're looking at in the mirror. Be inspired by that beautiful person in the mirror, and that beautiful person is you.
Period. So thank you so much. I enjoyed you. I did. I don't think, because you have another initiative, Wounded Warriors.
Yes, so
Are you still doing that?
yes, so I was a wounded, well, I still am a Wounded Warrior alumni, but now I am a national campaign team member of the Wounded Warrior project, and I was honored to be the guest speaker in Charlotte, North Carolina, for their 5K that and so it was an honor for me, and I love to give back. It's just my way. It's a volunteer thing, so it's my way of giving back, to the Wounded Warrior Project, because I have been a, a veteran that has been helped from the programs that the Wounded Warrior Project offered.
Mhm.
And they have been a part of, the new Pele right now. They have helped, me tremendously, with my health and everything that I have been through. And I'm grateful to the Wounded Warrior Project.
Well, congratulations, Queen.
Thank
You're glowing like you were glowing then. You were happy then. You were loving on everybody then, but this is a different glow, at peace glow. So, congratulations for evolving and growing and learning who you are as a woman and as a creative, just making it out here. You're doing more than making it, but, showing that it can be done after heartbreak.
Yes, yes. And I just want to say congratulations to you too. I see you,
Thank you.
and I be cheering you on, be like, you go. Yeah. So like I said, if you need me to share anything, and I tell everyone that, if you need me to support you in anything, tag me, and I don't have a problem sharing, and helping, you in any way that I can, and know that I love you and I'm grateful for you always.
I love you back. So now you can go have fun. Okay. You're across the country, no, across the world, but go have fun. So thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.
Yeah.